Good morning, children. Chapter 6, Political Parties, the last part. So, what is the importance of political parties in a democracy? A democracy cannot exist without the presence of a political party, because imagine a situation there are no political parties in an election. Every candidate in the election would be an independent candidate. Any individual candidate or independent candidate does not have the efficiency to promise any major policy change to the people. In such a scenario, no one will be responsible for how the country is run. So, in the long run, only a representative democracy can survive. Political parties are the agencies that gather different views on various issues and present them to the government on behalf of the people. Now, we are going to see in detail one party system. What is one party system? In some countries, only one party is allowed to control and run the government. These are called one party system. For example, China. China has a single party, that is Communist Party. One party system is not a good option because it is not a good democratic option. This is the biggest disadvantage of one party. In the countries having one party system, the liberty of the individual is lost because people are deprived of the right of electing representatives. There is one candidate in whose favor all the citizens have to vote. It cannot be called as elections in real sense. Now, let us see the advantages of one party system. Since there is only one political party in the country, decisions are taken quickly without any discussions and delays. So, this is one of the biggest advantages of one party system. Not only decisions are taken quickly, but they are also implemented at a rapid speed, as there are no other political parties to oppose. Means there is no opposition to oppose the decisions of the ruling party. So, decisions can be taken quickly. Next one party system provides stable political growth of the country. No money and time is wasted on political campaigns during the elections. Now, let us see two party system. In a two party system, the power shifts between two major dominant parties. So, for winning the elections, the winner will have to get the maximum number of votes. However, please note that the maximum number of votes is not equivalent to a majority of votes. So, the smaller parties tend to merge with the bigger parties, or they drop out of elections. Such a parliamentary system prevails in Canada and Great Britain. Now, what are the advantages of two party system? First one, it gives political stability to the country. Two party system have been preferred over multi party system because they are not difficult to govern. Now, the next one, it is easier for voters to vote in the elections as they need to choose between only two political parties. The two party system can speed up the process of governing. But what are the disadvantages of two party system? The two party system offers limited opinions, limited choice to the voters, as they have to choose from only two political parties. So, choice is very limited. It ignores alternative voices. The two party system do not effectively tackle the issues faced by minority or other sections of the society. The two party system creates inconsistent governing. Now, let us see the third system. The third system is multi-party system. The third and the most common form of government is the multi-party system. In such a system, there are three or more parties which have the capacity to gain control of the government separately or in a coalition. In case no party achieves a clear majority of the legislative seats, then several parties join forces and form a coalition government. Countries like India follow a multi-party system. Some people are of the view that a multi-party system often leads to political instability in a country. If several parties compete for power and more than two parties have a reasonable chance of coming to power, either on their own strength or in an alliance with others, we call it a multi-party system. So, in India we have a multi-party system. So, what is multi-party system? If several parties compete for power, more than two parties have a reasonable chance of coming to power, either on their own strength or in alliance with others, we call it a multi-party system. Multi-party system. When several parties in a multi-party system join hands for the purpose of contesting elections and winning power, it is called an alliance or a front. Example, in India, in the 2004 parliamentary elections, we had three fronts, three alliances. First one, the NDA, second one, the UPA, and the third one, the left front. What are the advantages of multi-party system? In a democracy, any person or a group of people have the freedom to form their own political party. It enhances electoral transparency. Further, governments in a multi-party system are responsive and accountable to the needs of the people. For a vast and socio-diverse country like India, multi-party system is best as it represents the voices and opinions of each sections of the society. This system ensures a healthy competition among different parties and prevents the dictatorship of a single party, thereby providing chances for the growth of the nation. Now, let us see what are the disadvantages of multi-party system. In a multi-party system, the country may face political instability due to the presence of several political parties. The country may experience hung parliament a number of times. Next one, the introduction and implementation of a policy or decision may take much time due to the discussion and deliberations of various political parties. Next one, the regional parties may work for the development of a particular region or for the growth of linguistic or a religious group, ignoring the larger interest of other sections of the society. It may lead to corruption. The next one is evolution of party system in a country. Party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, its history of politics and its system of elections. This cannot be changed very quickly. Each country develops a party system that is conditioned by its special circumstances. Example, India. India has a multi-party system because the social and geographical diversity in India cannot be easily absorbed or represented by two or even three parties. So, no system is ideal for all countries in all situations. Now, the next one, what is the importance of political parties in a representative democracy? The democracy which is being practiced all over the world is called representative democracy. In this system, governance is done through people's representative because it is impossible for each citizen to directly participate in governance. The need for representative democracy has given rise to political parties. As societies have become more heterogeneous and population of countries have expanded, this has created the need for people who can take decisions on people's behalf. Now, the question, modern democracies can't exist without political parties. Give reasons. Every candidate in the elections will be independent. No one can be able to make any promise to the people about any major policy change. Government may form, but its utility will remain uncertain. Elected representatives will be accountable to their own constituency, and no one will be responsible for how to run the country. Political parties fulfill these needs that every representative government has. This is all about political parties, children. Thank you. Read the lesson.